We are going to study about, as I've told you, about joint ventures in this video. So a joint venture is when two or more companies perform a business project together for a set of period of a time, right? When two or more companies, they are performing a business project together for a set of period of a time, such kind of performance what they do is called as joint venture. Joint venture is a win-win collaboration between two or more companies where they are sharing the resources to solve common problems. Whatever problems are there, they will try to solve common problems by sharing the resources and achieve the goals. And ultimately, they want to achieve the goals. For that sake, they are going for the joint venture. It can be called as strategic alliance or partnering as well. Right? The other names of the joint venture are strategic alliance, or in some other extent, they call as the partnering as well. There are various types of joint venture. Prominently, there are two types. First is domestic joint venture. So the domestic joint venture means all partners within the same nationality, right? The both or more than that of the companies who are doing the joint venture towards completion of one particular project, they are jointly they are working towards one project or one particular area. So their joint venture is a domestic joint venture, right, within the nation. Second is international joint venture. The international joint venture set up by the partners of a different nationality, where all the different partners or venturers who are belonging from the different countries, and when they all come together, they put their all resources, they work for a common objective here. So such type of venture, it is generally called as international joint venture, where all the venturers are from the different countries. There are certain advantages. If you go for a joint venture, you will get it. First is participating in joint venture has the following advantages. First is helps an organization to enter into a new markets or a new product line. Now, when any company, any business is entering into a joint venture, that means they are entering into a new market. Similarly, a new line or new product line also they can enter. When you enter into a joint venture, both the venturers, as we know that they are from the different places, and when they belong from the different places, sometimes they are nearby places, sometimes they are far places, and in some extent or time, they are from international. So here, by going for a joint venture, you are entering into a new market, right? From one market, you are going to enter into some other market or new product line. If you do a venture with some different product areas or different group of production criteria, there you will be entering into a new product line. So that is an advantage of having a joint venture. Similarly, access to increased resources and improved expertise and technology. Now our access will increase to the resources. Earlier, before joint venture, we were limited to one particular resources, and our resources were extend to some limit. But now, because of joint venture, the resources have the access towards the increase in the resources has happened. There has been increased in the access to the resources, as well as improved expertise and technology. There has as well improved in the expertise and technology of one person due to the joint venture, because you will take the benefit, you will take the expertise of the venturers who are expertise and who are technically very sound. So they are going to help us, and we will get lot of knowledge. Helps to build credibility with a particular target market by choosing a well established and credible partner in that market to other partners and take over the company. Now this joint venture, it helps to build credibility with a particular target, right? So our credibility in the market, right, will get improved. If that is improved, that means we can easily collect a loan from the financial institution. We can take the different things such as credit, etc., from the other sources. because if your credibility is improved or increased with the particular target market, then what happens particularly is the people who are investing in your company, they will feel that as a safety, and they will believe in you, and they will start investing because of credibility. So the people they invest money also, they are investing for different reason. Like some people, they invest only for the sake of solvency, they want liquid cash. Some people, they see that they want solvency and profitability, and most of the people, they see investment as solvency, profitability and liquidity, right? Out of that, we can see here, if there is increased in the credibility, you will find that as an important advantage stage, because your investment is going to increase in the future. Reduce risk involved in business due to sharing of losses and expenses. There will be reduced in the business risk involved in the business to sharing of losses and expertise. When you share expenses and expertise between all the venturers, there your loss or risk will get reduced. So you don't have to take that loss or risk by your own. You can share that with your other venturers. Right? We can share that with the other venturers whether they are making a profit or a loss. Right? So your risk will get reduced, your loss will get reduced by sharing of loss and expenditure. Existing from the business in case of failure is easier can compare to solely owned by the company. Now, when it is existing from the business, right? Last from so many years, it is existing in the business. Of the failure in is easier as compared to slowly owned business, right? We can come across all the failures, but if there is a proper joint venture, we can overcome all the businesses, all the failures, and we can start a well settled own business. Partners in the joint ventures agreed preference in buying out the shares of, right? The partners who are there in the co-venturers or venturers, we call them as co-venturers. We don't call generally neither as the partners or shareholders or creditors. No, they are generally called as co-venturers. The partners in the joint ventures get preference in buying out of the shares. So the joint venture will get preference when buying the shares, right? When individual investors are there, they get less rights to buy the shares, because the share company or the company is owned by the people or the management. Now the joint venturers, if they want, they can buy the shares also in a company. Now here are certain disadvantages. If you go for a joint venture, you'll have it. It is time consuming and difficult to set up a joint venture and possesses many challenges. When you say joint venture as one venture with two or three people, it is a time consuming, because everybody will not be thinking same. So matching of the mind is also a very difficult task. So time consuming and difficult also to set up a joint venture, and it has so many challenges, right? So that is a one important disadvantage. The objectives of joint venture may not be clear and understood by all if the partnering organization do not state and communicate them clearly. Okay, so the objectives of the joint venture should be clear actually. And if it is not clear, if the joint venture objective is not clear, and if it is not understood by the partnering organization, or if it is not understood by entire organization, then they cannot work properly. They will not come to know what is the vision, mission, objectives. So the objectives of joint venture need to be clear. It should not be like I am not clear about joint venture. Then difference in the culture and management style of the organization may lead to lack of cooperation and coordination. When there is a difference in culture and management style, both the co-venturers are different in the terms of culture, in the terms of management style, in the terms of some other things. So there will be having a lack of cooperation and coordination, because everybody cannot think in the same way. Everybody cannot follow the same culture or management style. So when both the co-venturers are there, they have their own management style, they have their own culture. So due to this, it becomes a great disadvantage, because when there is a difference in the culture and management style, there will be lack of cooperation and coordination between them. Then lack of thorough research and feasibility study in the beginning of joint venture, and lack may lead to failure of joint venture. When you start anything like a joint venture, there has to be a detailed study as research or feasibility study. Right? Research has to be done or feasibility study. In the beginning of joint venture may lead to failure of joint venture. In the beginning itself of the joint venture, if you started this without any kind of research and feasibility study, it leads to failure. So before starting any joint venture, there has to be thorough research, detailed research of each and everything. And then there should be a feasibility study and investigation should be done. The individual partners may not treat the joint venture as integral part of their business, and may lead to lack of attention being given to the joint venture. Who are the individual partners? These are those partners who are investing in the company some sort of money. They may not get treatment in the well treatment in the joint venture. So what they do is they will, as an integrated part of their business, and may lead to lack of attention. If you give them, they will not feel it good. They can cancel the agreement with the company, those joint ventures people or members, and then they can start their own company, which will be very difficult task. Then similarly, the individual partner may not treat the joint venture as integral part of their business, and may lead to lack of attention being given to the joint venture. The individual partners should not be treated as joint venture. If anyone is the promoter or a director or a CEO, they one should be given importance, but not beyond the joint venture. If it is given importance beyond joint venture, you will find that due to more importance given to the individual partners compared to that of the joint venture, this leads to lack of attention given by the joint venture, and it becomes a great disadvantage. Then there can be imbalance in the level of expertise, investments, or assets. There is imbalance in the level of expertise. The level of expertise is imbalanced. Similarly, investment of assets or assets that is also not proper, then bought into the venture by the partners. When the partners have bought the venture, that is also not correct. So now finally, steps in formation of joint venture. If anybody wants to start a joint venture, what are the steps? First is planning. Planning is the first step. It is the step which is involved in all the aspects of business, whether it is a joint venture, merger, acquisition, takeover, amalgamation, sale, etc. Each and everything involves one particular first thing is planning. So planning is the first step in the formation of joint venture. Then comes partner search. After planning, you need to search about a partner. You want to start a joint venture business, right? Particularly you, and now you need to search for a partner, right? How do you search? You can see their requirements, you can see their different reasons. On the basis of that, the partner search has to be done. After doing partner search, if you find a good partner, then who is a co-venturer for your venture, then you need to do a feasibility study. Whether if you do a particular feasibility study regarding a partner, regarding a project, regarding the thing what you are going to do, joint venture, etc., the detailed study and report has to be taken by your staff, right? If your staff are not having that much of knowledge, or if your staff doesn't have that kind of skill to assess the feasibility study or to assess the different level in the organization, in that case you can hire it from somebody else. Like you can outsource somebody from the market who will do feasibility study of your company in detail. Finally, and the last point is incorporation, right? The last point is incorporation. Whatever joint venture you have thought, it has to be incorporated finally. right? The working of the joint venture should start immediately from the day when it is incorporated. So these are few of the steps in the formation of joint venture, like planning, partner search, feasibility study, and finally incorporation.